last time going into Joann's. Ours is still open for just a little bit longer, I guess. There's nothing here. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Look, it's only like the very front part. Oh my goodness. This is it. It's all that's left. Oh my god, is that?
That's Galana's.
So these are 8 yards. If you get a full 8-yard bolt, they're $10 a yard, but they're 80% off. And if you get the full 8-yard bolt, then it's another 80% off. So it makes it like, what did he say, 320 or 340 or something? 40 cents, yeah. So like 40 cents a yard. So we're just gonna do a bunch of things. It's kind of hard to pass up when you can get that kind of a deal. And then they said that they were going to be closing probably tomorrow or the day after tomorrow by 2 o'clock. So this is the final time.
So many.
Yep, we got sprouts.
Way too many sprouts.
That's a pumpkin. So this is a jack-o'-lantern one.
What are those?
These two are jack-o'-lanterns.
Oh, I see them.
Fiona's making a white cake with lemon curd. So she's going to make lemon curd for the first time, and she's going to do a great job. That looks great. Yeah, and then that'll hopefully keep it from
Spilling over?
Mm-hmm. Good job. All right, so lemon curd. Beautiful.
It's leaning this way.
Mm-hmm. You know why? I think both taller edges are on this side and both smaller edges are this side. Do it upward and then go ahead and put, yep. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Great job. That's beautiful, Fiona. Great job.
Thank you.
Good job.
This part's scariest.
Yep. Fiona made a white cake with, oh, Fiona, you tell us what you did.
Okay. I made a white cake with a lemon curd and whipped cream, and then we just added some hexagonal sprinkles for added decoration.
You did such a good job. We're gonna go put it in the fridge to let it set more, and we'll eat it tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
You did a great job.
Thank you. Really works.
No, go ahead. Beautiful, Fiona.
Smush it. That can be a
Beautiful. Beautiful layers. Good job. Good job. Good job. Oh, I'm gonna have to push these down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Good. And then you're gonna, it's okay. And then, yep, good job. No, you're right, just like that. But see, this hand is really far away from this hand, so you need to scoot up. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, loop and scoop. Oh, that's a good way to put it. Loop and scoop. Good. Yep, loop.
And scoop.
Loop and scoop. Oh, I like that. It's a good way to remember.
Loop and scoop.
And if it's getting hard, move your left hand closer to your needle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we need to push these down because you don't want to have your stitches fall off your needle, okay?
Ooh.
Okay, go ahead, sit up. Good. All right.
I'm able to do it faster now.
Good job. All right, so Jules did her cast on her own, and now she's going to cast on 20 stitches. Good job.
loop and scoop.
Good.
Loop.
Remember, you don't want it too
Scoop.
tight. Good job.
Loop and scoop. Loop and scoop. Loop and scoop.
Good job.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Good. So how many more do you need?
I need 19.
Nope.
No.
You have 11. You need to have 20. You gave yourself an extra 10. Okay. So how many do you need? What's 10 minus 1?
10 minus 1 is... Oh.
Girlfriend, you know it. 1 plus what is 10?
9.
You're like, Mom, you're making me learn all this stuff and do math. You need 9 more. So count. So 12.
12.
13.
13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20.
Great job. Good job. How do you feel? You did a really good job, Jules. Those are really even.
Thank you.
Good job. All right, so we have cut out our pattern. She cut out hers, I cut out mine. Now we're not doing pockets. So now I get to see, I know this is gonna shrink up. So it's supposed to be like this. And then you're supposed to put this on the fold, which doesn't matter. So now I'm going to just cut it. So that, I'm gonna cut it right here. So if it shrinks when I dry it, I should have enough. Does that make sense, Fiona?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut it right here. And then I'll measure how much I cut. I mean, I really probably could go right here.
Do what you gotta do.
I just don't want to end up with not enough. So I'm gonna go right here on this crease. And I want to measure this to see how many inches I just cut. Because it recommended 1.7 yards. And I cut 42 inches, which is 1 1/4 yards.
Yeah.
42 inches, yeah, because it's 6 out of, yeah, 1 1/4.
That's
6
more
times-
than 3. That's more than 3 feet.
So, right? I'm not sure. It's about that. So there we go. So that's what I did, and I probably cut more than I needed, but I did that. I probably cut way more than I needed actually, looking at it. But
Go big or go home.
I don't know how it's gonna shrink. Okay, so now Fiona will go ahead and do yours.
Okay.
And then Jules's should be like 1.1 yards of fabric. So then this is gonna go get washed and dried. That's so cute. I can't wait to have those shorts. Okay, so Fiona, get yours. Oh, mine's soft. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, we probably only needed to have cut out 1. And then we probably could have just cut everything out on the smaller size. Does that make sense? So on mine, I'll put large. Okay. Ow. Ooh, you okay? You Okay. Now yours is a little bit more precious. I got mine. Mine's just kind of funny. So where's your pattern, Sissy? We'll lay it out the same.
Like the B's or the A's?
It doesn't matter. But to lay it out like that, we'll do the same thing. So B4, we'll do this. Yep, the waistband goes here, and then we need your other long one. Well, you've never done a pattern before, have you? Like a.
Only in sewing camp.
Did you follow a pattern for your pants?
We didn't cut the pattern itself out, but we didn't cut the paper, but we cut the around
Oh, you did. They had a pattern
for the pajama pants.
Oh, okay. So for yours, let's cut right
the hair
here.
off.
So why don't you? There's like kind of like an imaginary line right here. Of course, I have them.
Oh.
Be careful! Don't cut my rug. So
Ooh, yes, ma'am.
cut
So
right here.
right on top of their hair.
Yeah, I think that should give you enough with shrinkage. Yeah, so then yours, you're pretty much using a yard of fabric for yours size. Without pockets, you needed a yard of fabric. Careful, don't cut my rug. Is that my rug? My fabric that
Yeah.
no.
You said yours. Put yours.
But Mom, honey, I don't know. My brain works too fast, and I talk in
Yeah, I get you.
I talk
get
in
you.
segments, and I don't know that I.
My brain does that when I write.
Yeah, you do. You skip words,
Yeah.
and I skip words, and I have no idea. I didn't say the
So
words
my
that I skipped.
speech is good, but my writing, I skip words.
But guess what? You get to go back and add those in.
Yeah.
When you're editing a video and you see it, you're like, oh, I had no clue.
I don't know the feeling yet.
Okay, so you are done. I will watch this. I'm going to cut up Jules's pattern and cut out her thing. I'm not going to record that. But I will say, I will do that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
So you are free to go.
Okay.
And then tomorrow we will cut everything out and sew. Okay. I'm excited. Well, hello. I'm sitting outside, so you're going to hear road traffic every time I start to talk. Okay, it is now the next day. It's Friday, and it's a beautiful day, and I'm hoping that it'll be warm enough, like the pool water. We got a pool, an above ground pool, and I'm hoping that it'll warm up enough for the girls to be able to swim today. We're having a later start. We're having a later start to my day than I wanted. I woke up at 4 in the morning, and then I did 2 hours of stitching, and I got ready for the day, all of that, and then I laid down, and then I fell asleep, which meant my kids slept in too. And so we're just having a later day. But my day started really early, like I got 2 hours of stitching done. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a weird thing. But I had wanted to get the shorts done by noon, and it's almost 11, so we'll see. So we're going to start out with Jules' shorts. So I'm using 2 different patterns. I'm using a super cheap pattern that was a PDF download off Etsy, which I'll have linked down below. And then I will also link to Made Every Day. She is a gal that has done incredibly simple tutorials, sewing tutorials on YouTube, and has been a really great resource. And I've used so many of her free resources that I spent the money to get her kids' pajama short pattern. And it's been wonderful because the pattern that I bought for Fiona and I came in adult sizes, but I needed a smaller size for Jules. And I have never made shorts or pants or anything like that. So I know you can just take shorts and use them as a template, but I'm going in rogue. I've never done this. I don't have anybody to ask help. And, you know, I'm going to be doing this and then showing my kids how to do it. So I thought, you know, let's just go simpler. So I got this fabric super cheap. And so all in all, I spent $10 on digital download patterns, which means I'll get 3 pairs of shorts for less than 15 bucks. I mean, not bad. And I'm going to use these patterns over and over again. I already have a plan to make my niece, who is turning 2, or is she already 2? I should know that. I think she's turning 2. Yeah, she's turning 2. It was like off the cuff and I was like, how old is she? Anyway, she's turning 2. And so I want to make her a pair of like shorts and then like cricket her a shirt. I think that'd be really cute. Her birthday's in July. So I'll use this pattern again for that, and, you know, just make a whole bunch of shorts. And plus I can make these pants for winter and stuff like that. So I mean, I feel like it was a good value. And I was happy to support this gal who has really shown me so many great things on how to make things for myself and my kids. Anyway, so the first thing that you're going to see is me make Jules's shorts and her short pattern, because that's a video tutorial on how to do it. And then I'm going to use this PDF download for Fiona and I. I'm going to make my shorts, and then I will help Fiona make her shorts on her own. And all of the reviews said that the instructions are really simple. And they are not the same. They're different. Like the waistband was cut differently. And so if I like the way that Made Every Day's short pattern is, then I can probably just like enlarge it for myself and for Fiona for the next round. You know what I mean? So anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I have a lot of projects on my table and I don't really feel like clearing them all out because I'm working on quite a few things at the same time. And I'm going to be bringing my sewing machine up here. But we're going to do Jules's first. I pre-washed this last night and I feel like it washed pretty good and everything still fits. So I'm going to cut this out and then we will move on to sewing this.
Sorry, cute.
Are you doing good? It's okay. You're doing great.
Sorry to it because I just chopped it.
Yeah, you're doing really good, Jules. Here, you want me to move it closer to you?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
remember this doesn't have, yeah. Now you gotta stay close. You're veering off a little bit. You gotta stay closer to the... No, you're doing a great job. Okay, perfect. Now stop there. Okay, really good job. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I like design weights.
Oh, they're really easy. You can pin it, like you can pin your pattern to the fabric.
Can I have?
Hold on, I'm actually gonna use. No, you can have better fabric.
Oh, I like scraps.
I know, honey. Okay.
Ooh.
Now I'm gonna use this smaller one. Now this is where I accidentally cut into the pattern all the time. So this rotary cutter.
Is it on safety?
No, because I'm using it.
So it automatically snaps
Okay.
out of safety.
Now the safety's on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is the front. I need to keep that there. Okay. So now, Jules, hold on. I'm gonna do this for you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
First, I'm gonna just straighten this up right here. You did a really good job.
It's on safety. try the rotary cutter.
I'm gonna do the rotary cutter, but I will have you do the straight cutting. Watch your fingers. Get your finger. If I'm using a rotary cutter, you gotta keep your finger out of the way, okay? If you get cut by this, it's a really bad cut. Maybe even have to go to an ER cut, okay?
Okay, like a boss.
Worse, possibly, just because it's a thinner blade. Okay. Okay. So now, Jules, go ahead and cut this straight line right there. Okay.
Sorry, Koala.
You're doing a great job. Yeah, you're doing great. No, you're doing great. Cutting fabric's different than cutting
Paper.
Mm-hmm. You're doing a wonderful job. And these scissors are heavy,
Yeah, I don't really mind.
but these are my favorite. Okay, really good job. Okay,
Have the koala scraps.
no, you can have the bigger chunks though. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Okay,
Now do we collect the weights?
yes please. Okay, ready? I'm gonna push on it. We're gonna push it through now, okay? Yep, see how the pressure push is staying on the edge? Okay. Yep. Yep. Go ahead. Yep. Good. Okay, and those little scissors that I had, go ahead and give them a snip right there. Good job. Okay. All right, so now the back.
It's sewn. Where do we do the
Somehow
front?
they slipped. I don't know how that happened. Okay, so that's the back. Yeah, give me the front. Good. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing.
Can I sit in your lap?
It'll be easier if you do this. Okay, go ahead, take that first pin out. Good job. Okay, we're gonna go backwards. Nope, I already did that. Go ahead, put it. Okay, good job though. Okay, so now push it to go forwards. We did backwards 2 stitches. Yep, see, it had a backwards button and now there's no backwards button. Okay, so now go ahead and push the fabric through. Watch your fingers. Good. 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 Okay. Oops, I hit the wrong button again. Okay. Okay. Good job. Go ahead.
Snip-a-doodle-doo. Snip-a-doodle-doo.
Yep. Great job. Good job. I'm going to snip these threads up here.
Snip-a-doodle-doo.
Snip-a-doodle-doo. That's right. Okay.
What's that button?
That means reverse. And now look, if you hit the, it goes away. Okay, turn that off. Great job. Okay, now we got to see what she says on the next part of the...
I love koalas.
She says to do something on this next part. So let's find out. All right, I have really, really good news. So I finished my pair of shorts. Hallelujah. Finished my pair of shorts. And I fused both patterns together. Okay, so I used the pattern from Made Every Day to cut out everything. Then I used the process mostly from the other pattern to start this one. And then I finished the elastic waistband like normal. Like I just basically fused both of the instructions together to make these, and it went so much faster than before. And they fit. I already tried them on her and they fit. And so we'll do like a little fashion show probably tomorrow morning or today, I don't know. But I am so happy. So I've got my shorts. My shorts are done. I wanted to completely do my shorts. I was on a determined mission to finish Jules' shorts just on principle. And so they watched Fern Gully while I finished these. They swam in the pool while I finished these. And we even got flea and tick medicine for my dogs because we got sand delivered so we could level out for our pool, and we think it might have had sand fleas in it. So now we think our dogs are fighting, like having something. So anyway, so got that done. I got chiggers, if you're wondering what this nastiness is, probably from the sand that we got delivered. I don't know for sure. And plus, because we've had so much rain, our grass is a lot longer than we normally keep it. No, you don't normally get chiggers on your arm. You normally get it like in your, like, you know, they crawl up your legs basically into like the super warm spots, and then like you get chiggers there, like in your groin, in your armpits, like all in those places. Fortunately, chlorine in the pool is like your best friend when you have chiggers, but oh my gosh, I never heard of it before Oklahoma, and it's just like one of the worst things you can get. So now Fiona and I are going to make her pair of shorts, because now that I know how to do it, I am determined to get these finished. And now that I'm thinking I want to make some for my niece, I know what size she is, kind of thinking I might as well, even though her birthday is in July, I might as well just get her stuff finished now, well, the pants, because it's all fresh in my mind. It was not on my agenda this weekend, but I think I might do that, and then maybe make a couple shorts or something with that. Like, not shorts, but like YouTube shorts. Anyway, so Fiona and I are going to work on her shorts, and this is so satisfying. I am so thrilled. So thrilled. Now that I've done it, it's easy. I can conquer anything. I always wanted to make pajama bottoms, and woohoo, now we're doing it 10 years later. Okay, so it's on record now.
Like time lapse or record?
Recording.
Okay.
Okay, so good. Okay, move this. So we've cut out her pattern, and now we're sewing front to front, and we're going to sew back to back.
Yeah.
Here it's starting to be full. Stop. Good. Now take the scissors and snip the thread right here. Good job. Okay, so now your bobbin's ready. Do you know how to put it in the sewing machine?
I believe you take this side.
And then it has a diagram for you too.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah. Put it down. Feed it.
Make sure it catches. Good. Make sure it catches. Good. Well, and then this is your last one right here. Yep, good. Good.
Back.
And then go ahead.
Was I supposed to do that?
Nope, the other way. Good job. Good job, you did your first bobbin. Very
Nice.
good. Now you have to thread. And I'll help you with that. I'll stop recording. Good. Okay, now remember, when you stop, you got to make sure your
Oh yeah.
needle is down, okay? See, that's why. So next time you stop, make sure you put your needle down before you do anything, okay? Okay. Okay, good. Good job. Okay, keep going, you're doing great. No, keep up there. You're gonna have to start adjusting it. You can kind of adjust it up here just a little bit. You don't want to tug it. Okay, keep going. You're doing great. Good. Oh no. Okay, keep going. Please stop. Stop. Okay, because look, you're kind of going. Yep. There you go. Right there. Don't overcorrect. There you go. Go ahead. Ooh. Now it's just the waistband, sissy. What do you think?
Think if they look good?
They look like shorts, girl.
They look like shorts.
Oh, I moved it. Oh, good. You slowed it down. Good job.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Okay,
I'm
she's sewing on
doing
the
something.
waistband now. You're doing such a good job, sissy.
Usually I do it faster, but when it's something like this, I don't want to do it faster.
Before I end the video, I just want to show how these turned out, how our shorts came out. They came out really good. So the first pair was Jules's, and how cute are these? They fit her really good. So the elastic, we made them a little bit bigger for her so she can wear them for a long time. And now that I know what to do, these are really fast. I already know more shorts that I want to do. Sorry if I'm talking too close to the microphone. But yeah, how cute are those, right? I was gonna have them model them, but they're in the pool. I'm not gonna wait to have them do it. These are mine. How cute are these with these dogs? I'm gonna make a couple more. Also, I know, so this one you had like the detail on the side for the pattern. And for Fiona's, we decided not to do that because that was really time consuming. And then I realized I should have had the hem, like this should have been inside here. And I already know I want to make another pair of these. I really like these a lot. And then these are Fiona's. So we modified the pattern for hers so that way they were just straight across and easier to sew. And then for whatever reason for hers, the elastic band got a little messed up, but I knew to bring this up for her. And so she did a lot of sewing for this. And she's going to sewing camp in a couple of weeks. So now she's going to be, which is not here. She's going to go with like a bunch of kids from the community. And she went last year. And so then this year she'll kind of be like, oh yeah, I remember how to do it. So she did a really good job. So these are really, really fun. I'll link the two patterns. I fused the two patterns together to make my own pattern. Basically, well, I used the patterns for that I bought to make these, but the tutorial, I didn't follow the tutorial closely. I pretty much just made up my own fusion of the two tutorials on how to make it like that made sense in my mind. But I will link the patterns that I purchased down below because we did use that for them and it was extremely helpful. They were the right sizes and everything. And so I highly recommend the patterns, and then you just follow the tutorial like as to whatever makes sense for you and your brain. Does that make sense? Well, that is it for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching Jules, you know, get an intro to knitting. Fiona's going to get an intro to knitting now that she's started. Fiona's like, oh yeah, I wanted to do that. I wanted to learn how to knit more than crochet. So we're going to start doing that this week. I've got more sewing that I'm doing in my next vlog. We're doing a lot of cross stitch, all that kind of stuff. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do that. Hit the notification bell because I'm loving these vlogs. And I've got a lot of like really interesting stuff coming up in my next vlog about what I thought was chiggers, what I thought was spider bites, ends up being something completely else. So stay tuned for that in my next video. And thanks for hanging out with me. Really appreciate you guys spending time, your day with us. So I'll see you guys in my next project and in my next video and my next vlog, I guess. Bye.